Here we got Austin Burton, the UCLA grad transfer quarterback who's coming to Purdue to play for the Boilermakers. Austin's good to see. I've talked to you before, first time on Zoom, but I guess a good place to start would be, given the craziness of these pandemic times, what have you been doing to stay in shape, and how have you been able to do it given some of these restrictions on everybody?
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing like it, nothing like I've experienced before. So I've been just trying to find different ways to stay ready, and whether it's throwing with guys that I've been throwing with my whole life. Like in Boston, I've got a couple of college receivers that I've known since I'm young. I've been able to link up with and just work on my craft. And I'm actually in LA right now, getting all my stuff. And I have a couple of teammates that I play with at UCLA that are around too. So I've gotten to be able to luckily throw 3-4 times a week on the field, and then obviously need to lift and run, things like that. So it's been different, but I mean, it's still you're still able to get in the workouts you need.
And you got a playbook from Purdue?
No,
Not yet. Okay, I didn't know if you've been studying that or getting a crash course.
I've
And
been watching. I've been watching film on them, stuff like that. So I've been learning.
hey, you're obviously from Massachusetts. Always heard about you having a relationship with Tom Brady. Can you talk about that a little bit for us?
Yeah, so I mean, growing up in Boston, you're always going to be a huge Tom Brady fan. So since I was young, I've been able to witness them win. I think 6 rings. So I've always had a huge passion for how Tom Brady goes about his work ethic and everything. He wasn't a huge recruited guy or anything when he was at Michigan, and then was the last draft pick in their draft. And just watching his work ethic and how he goes about it, I've always admired about that, and he's been a huge role model. So I've had a couple chances. My dad's a sportscaster in Boston, so I've had a couple chances to be able to meet him and throw a football around with him. I remember when I was young, I was able to go to a field. He was running this charity event called Best Buddies, I believe, and my dad was like reporting on it, so I was able to meet him after the game, and we just tossed the ball back and forth, and it was cool. It was just awesome to meet him and kind of start to build a relationship with him over the past couple of years as well.
And there's a video circulating of you making this crazy pass poolside. I mean, describe it for us. It's a crazy, crazy pass for I don't know how far the ball travels, but it ends up going to a basketball hoop, it looks like.
Yeah, I was I was at my buddy's house actually in San Diego this past weekend, and we were just like, we were kind of bored, not gonna lie, and we are kind of coming up with new games and things like that. And I was like, I'm gonna just try to drill this shot from, I don't know, across the pool down to their hoop in the lawn. And I told my buddy, just, hey, pull your phone, record this. I feel good about it. And I actually made it within, like, I think it was the first, 5 tries or something like that, which was funny because, I don't know, I didn't think I hit it that quick. But it was cool, just making stuff up and kind of having fun during quarantine.
Crazy, crazy pass. Hey, real quick for Purdue fans, in your own words, Austin, give them a description of the type of quarterback you are.
Yeah, so I think for me, things I've worked on as a quarterback definitely I think is really important is, for starters, being a leader. I think that's a huge role as a quarterback, kind of being that guy that can motivate the team and get everyone on board and just try to go in the right direction. I think you always got to be a leader as a quarterback. As far as my playing ability, I think some of my attributes are just that I'm pretty accurate, a good athlete just because I've been doing a lot of sports growing up, and I come kind of from an athletic background with my family. And I don't know, a pretty good decision maker. Obviously, I have a lot to work on, not anywhere where I want to be, but I would say those are some of the things that I do well.
You're ready to compete, aren't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's going to be exciting to get a chance to watch you develop, Austin. And when will you get to campus?
Yeah, so hopefully if this whole thing kind of wraps up, I'll be there close to the end of July or mid-July, end of July, around that time, because I have to finish graduating from UCLA, finish up my units and things like that, and get that submitted in. So hopefully, if everything goes back to normal, that's the time I'll be in West Lafayette.
Well, great. I appreciate you taking time to visit, Austin. Again, we look forward to meeting you, and best of luck and stay safe out there, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You bet.